Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your guy Darnell Tate and
your girl Felicia Woods.
Felicia Woods.
We had a little bass in the voice.
Yeah,
had a little bass.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, you know, when I get tired, you know what I'm saying, I be sounding like Barry White.
That's me when I'm just waking up. What I mean, I ain't got no real light voice, but
hello.
I mean, you catch me just waking up from a good nap.
Oh yeah, shit. Have all that bass.
Hey everybody, I hope that your day has been going extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
We want to welcome you tonight to the Konversation Podcast, where we talk about any and everything, as you already know. Listen, this is what I need you to do. As I always say, I need you to like, share, and tag someone into tonight's conversation. We're going into part 2 about cleaning out the closet. And last time conversation was pretty interesting as we delve into, just talking about those things.
Yes.
Those things. And I guess you learned something about me that only a few people know.
He keeps holding on.
I keep holding on.
Like this one keep holding on.
By the time this podcast over, by the time 100, y'all gonna know all my business.
You gonna be light.
Man, what you said?
But it is like to a certain extent, you getting some stuff off your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely therapeutic.
You're laying your burdens down.
Laying my burdens down.
Laying your burdens down.
Yeah. I am tired. When I'm telling I'm tired. I need a vacation, like real soon.
You and me both.
Yeah.
I will. And hey, I'm waiting on what is September now.
Mm-hmm.
When the kids are out of school for fall break, I already done put in to be off that week. I don't care if I stay asleep the whole time I'm off that whole week because I need rest.
Man, exactly. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to take a few days off where I could just literally chill, and I'm gonna be testing out my car, putting it on the road.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's
Look, I need to get on the passenger side.
I've been trying to get you to come on some vacation for
Hey,
years.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. I told you after that other podcast when we was talking about growing pains of a parent, going through that transition. I said I'm ready to start living. I told you that. So hey, just call me when you're ready. And I'm on my way.
I'm going to
bags packed.
Try to plan us a trip. Sometime, I think when Archie get out of school, it'd be easier. Yeah, we all can hit the road. And
that'd be nice.
I would love to take you to my hometown.
Hey, Vero Beach.
Yeah, Vero Beach.
So
some place you heard about for years.
Yes.
Get a chance to see it. Show you where I used to live at. Introduce you to some people.
Okay.
Things like that. Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Maybe we can take a one-day trip to Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hit the beach up.
Hit the beach. I can make sure I get my feet back straight,
Look, I'm gonna have to give me time to get this stomach down.
Me too. Lose a
stuck
weight.
It in.
Yeah.
Can't breathe. Yeah.
We probably gonna get RJ some real dark shades because he probably gonna see some things that's gonna be like.
I know.
Yes, Lord. Yeah, go down to maybe explore that area. It's an area down there I want to go. Since food is really good. It's Little Haiti. I want to go there and try some Haitian food and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's one thing. Like, and we're gonna get to our conversation. That's one thing where I grew up at. That was like a hodgepodge of different cultures and things like that. Even different ethnicities of black people, because all blacks not the same.
Exactly.
You got the Haitians, you got the Bahamians, you got the Nigerians, different cultures of that, and trying out the different foods, and getting deep into certain things. So yeah, we can do that.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm ready.
We can do that.
I am ready.
I'm glad you're ready because I've been trying for years. Matter of fact, before RJ was born, I was trying to get you go on trips and stuff like that, and you had the most amazing excuse. Every time.
I did.
I can't tuck off. I'm trying to save my vacation time. That was your excuse.
Well, I mean, the thing is, start out early on, he was like sick in and out the hospital.
This is before.
You talking about before?
Before,
yes.
Before.
So I can't use no excuse.
No. You cannot use him. It's like, like I said, the most amazing excuse. You couldn't take off. You couldn't use your vacation time because you need to save it. It's always, it was always one of those things right there. But now it's like,
hey, I'm open.
That's good. Sometimes like with life,
yeah.
When you're going through them closets, it kind of makes you realize.
Yeah, you need to get rid of some things,
Or
in with the new.
Yeah, absolutely. Or it shows you how much that you have missed out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because being stuck.
Being stuck.
Being stuck.
Absolutely.
And that's a representation. Can't hold on to old things, you're still stuck there. So I'm tired of being stuck. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to go forward.
Yep.
Try something new.
Talking about being stuck, mm-hmm. I had this thought in my head. It's been plaguing me for the past couple of days, probably weeks at the most, because we always talk about growing.
Yeah,
that's been our personal conversation lately.
Yes, it has
about growing, becoming the better versions of who we know we are,
right.
and stuff like that. And so, I've really been focusing on forgiving or forgiveness. Mm-hmm. And this probably could tie into, the closet situation. Yes. Because I've been to realize, like, a lot of times I've been stuck because of the trauma of certain situations.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Something's going through my mind right now about the closet.
What about it?
You know how you find a shirt that you feel like it looks good on you? Mm-hmm. And what do? You'll buy that shirt in different colors.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we do with some certain people. Have you not noticed that? You get the same person in a different shade. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may not, look the same as the person, the previous shirt, but it's the same thing, just a different color.
Basically, you got a type.
Yeah.
Basically got a type.
Yeah, you feel like it looks good on you.
Yeah.
But you have to expand, try something different because you get stuck wearing the same thing.
Yeah, you do.
Deal with the same type of person. That's where I'm going with this conversation.
You do. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, it's just so much like my thoughts when you talking about clothes, because the representation, like where you are. You know what I'm saying? Even when you talk about relationships, sometimes you keep finding yourself dealing with the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's a reputation of where you are, who you are at that moment. It shows it really shows your personality.
It does.
Like, and I'm being honest about mine, I have a savior's complex. Mm-hmm. And so what I do is, you talking about the same shirt, different colors.
Yeah.
Same style of person in different shapes, forms, and fashion.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's always a sad story.
Yes, it is.
It's always some trauma trauma bonding.
Yes.
He's like, I didn't have a daddy. Well, I didn't have a daddy. My daddy wasn't like that.
There you go.
My mom was like, my mom was like that. I was sexually abused. I was sexually abused. Mm-hmm. You go through all those trauma bonding situations, and you find yourself connecting with people who are very unhealthy for you.
Yeah. And you feel like in that moment, I done found my soulmate.
I done found that person.
Yeah, this is my person because we just alike. Sometimes you need to do something a little different.
Something that different don't always pan out the way. Let's have off camera conversations. Okay. All right. So, we talk about, since we in the vein of relationship, right? And that seems like how we kind of steer off into a lot of time.
Yeah, we do.
Either about relationships, children, and for me, religion.
Yeah.
So we had these conversations, right? Mm-hmm. So, me and you came to the term of, it's not the fact that no one wants us,
but it's the people.
It's the fact that those who want us, we don't want them.
We don't. No, we don't.
And it's for various reasons.
Yeah.
I kind of mentioned in time past, I use this particular word, wildebeest.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an inside thing. You find somebody like, and I'm gonna use me for example, because
and that might be the one that's really good for you.
That's what I was about to say. That might be your person.
You and Candace, remember y'all used to call me very vain.
You were. And they had to be high yellow. They had to be high yellow.
They had to have a certain type of build.
Yeah. But that's the reason why, to be kind of honest, that somebody's father kind of threw us off for a loop.
I know they did throw you for a loop.
Because we were like,
wait a minute, it threw my mother for one.
He dark skinned with no hair.
Wait a minute, hold up, he wasn't dark.
I mean, he was a dark skinned fellow. He may not be.
No, he was
black.
Short. He was short. Yeah, but I make comparison. Yeah. He was awesome, but no, he wasn't dark. Now he like a different person.
Well, he's darker than I
seen him. Let me crack a joke.
I seen him a couple weeks ago.
Well, he looked like a different person, as we always said in his pictures. He like a different person because he be deceiving folks. That's what it is he's a demon.
So you say he's shapeshifting?
No, seriously, because back when we were dealing, I could take pictures. I'm like, he like a different person in each picture. And he like a different person. For real though, make you question like who were you laying down with?
All right, Charm.
I know. Some supernatural stuff going on here.
But the reality is, let's unpack this closet situation, because I never forget. I had a conversation with my cousin. I ain't gonna call her name out. I had a conversation with my cousin, and we was talking about dating, and so he was like, yeah, fam, sometimes in life that you want somebody good and help you build in life, sometimes you gotta not try to deal with a person that you think is really physically attractive. Sometimes you gotta get you an ugly one. That's what he said.
But the most
and so here my uncle chimed in.
Yeah,
my uncle chimed in. He like, nephew, he telling you. Oh, I'm letting everybody know what I'm talking about now.
That phone's gonna be ringing.
Anyway, my uncle agree with it. Like, you can't always find and maybe like we're unpacking, right? We clean out the closet.
But we gonna clean it out.
Yeah, we're looking through it, and maybe sometimes like that's a possibility. Well, but I'm gonna say this, because you always talked about me. You always said, and you're the other one, my other best friend, y'all always talk about me. Like, y'all told me that I don't have really good taste. So, but no, the point I'm about to make is
okay.
If y'all say I don't have good taste, so that really means what I reject.
I can go down a list of people that I done dealt with in my past. I done dealt with people who was on drugs.
So have I.
I done dealt with somebody. I'll never forget. A long time ago, I was dealing with somebody who was much older, because at the time, starting off when I was younger, I liked them older.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, my mother was very strict. So, I mean, I dealt with somebody and they had a drug problem. What was that? It was a rock. See, first time I saw a rock, the rock was $20. They asked me for $20, took me out to a White House. And I wasn't familiar with Jackson like that then. So they left and went with the drug dealer and took the keys. I was sitting there looking around. So I'm like, where's your pipe at? I guess you got a pipe. They told me to get out the car and get a can. It was a beer can that somebody had been drinking out of. It's crackhead. So I was like, what? Picked up the can, went back to their place. I said, what are you finna do with it? They put 3 holes in it. They put some cigarette ashes or butts on top of it. And the part that you drink out of, okay, they put the rock on top and lit that rock up and was smoking like that. I lost all respect for that person that day. I never tried it, but it was such a turn off to me. First time I got introduced to that was the first, and if it was through them, I got introduced to weed. I did smoke weed with a few times, but that was as far as I was gonna go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But in my past, I dealt with folks who sold drugs and was on drugs, and I'm like, you can't make this up. I dealt with people who wouldn't hold a job down. Not because see the way they presented themselves, when they sit there representative,
right.
They had me thinking I was getting hold to a good thing. Because they would sit there and they would come to me. They got a job. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. But you spending too much time with me. And I'm like, you just started a new job. I don't know no new job that's going to let you be off for a whole month because you in my face a whole month. Oh, they quit the job or lost it. Go figure. That's what I've ran into. But you find yourself getting caught up because some of those people be so attractive to you, you know. But it was a minute there that that's the type of people that I was attracted at certain points of my life, you know. And even caught feelings for some of them. You see what I'm saying? My child like, oh Lord, Mom. Open book, transparent parent moment.
you talk about that. You talk about that. Like, seriously. Like I always said that our lives, relationship wise, always mirror one another.
And then it was like the domino effect. So that's why I'm like, okay, Monica.
Why you gotta call her name out?
No, it's a good thing. Keep my fingers crossed. You know, it's the domino effect. I told you, okay, since you're getting married in December, hopefully our person is on the way, because when one person go through it, the other person go through it. So I'm hoping that's a domino effect that I would love to come this way for me and Darnell and all our single friends.
But you know, I said this just a couple of weeks ago. I really feel like for me, I think I had to grow up in a lot of areas.
Yeah, you're right.
So I had to go in my closet, clean out some things like we talked about the other night about making space and creating room, because if you already filled up with unnecessary junk, it's kind of hard to invite somebody into that space.
It is.
Your heart, like you did the poem about the house at our last event.
Use your key.
Use your key. You know what I'm saying?
Use your key.
It's kind of hard with somebody. You give them a key to your space and they walk in and they were like, "Oh, this ninja here,
right?
Is a hoarder."
Yeah,
you hoarding everything from past situations and stuff like that, you know. But you know, like I said, our lives always mirror one another. We kind of dated people that was similar, but the opposite.
Yeah,
you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's really weird because you talk about drug heads. You know, I'm
had
searching.
Too. Yeah, but you had. I mean, come on, like we dealt with them at the same time. Actually,
But the funny part about I was because my mama raised me in church, y'all. Yeah. It was kind of hard for me to realize certain behaviors. Right. So I'm walking home, coming home to my boo just happy. You know, my boo peep out the window, like, they talk about me.
Hallucinating.
Who talking about you? Like the people down the way. They talking about me. What you like? I'm saying I'm lost. I'm sitting here lost.
He looking like you. Remember that movie Holiday Heart? You remember everyone and her characters?
Yeah.
She was like big crackhead. They be looking like they're all cracked out. But when she had that bite.
I'm gonna say this, like, when people realize, like, in our day growing up, crackheads had an image, like, and some of them still do. Yeah. But then you got these modern crackheads.
Yeah, the modern crackheads, you can't tell they crackheads and stuff because they well kept.
Well kept, cleaned up.
Yeah, they look real nice. You would never imagine until you catch them tweaking.
Look, they're tweaking. The hands be, some of their hands be just shaking, and they be doing. And my mind go back now since I know better, and I know. And I was like, oh, I was doing a drug head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Smacking it going on. Like, what?
Yeah.
And one of my friends like, are you sure they did smoking weed? I'm just clueless.
They be like, what y'all look? They be like, crack dog. You know what? Like that was his name, Dave Chappelle, but his character. You know what?
And that's one thing with, for real, right here. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? I got eczema. Like, you're not broken out. Like, what? I got eczema. It's probably popping my microphone and everything as I'm hitting it. But you know what? Like, you know, I'm the type of person I like to deal with the why. Like, so we dealt with that, and we go in the closet. Like, what's in the closet that makes us continue to deal with situations like that? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? On a serious note, it's like you try to find the best, look for the best in the people that you deal with, even when you know they have problems. Yeah. Because I remember I was dealing with somebody, like I said, who was on drugs in the past, and I thought that if I relocated that person, that things would be all right. But I had to come to the realization they would just find somebody that was just like them, and that's gonna still be a problem for me. Yeah. But sometimes I think you want to be loved so badly. Sometimes that you accept anything, just because it's giving you some type of attention. True. And in the back of your mind, you may know that you probably could do better, but it just don't seem like it. Or they have their moments. It's because I mean, if you look back over your life, the people that you dealt with, it was something good that you did like about them. Now the bad might have outweighed the good, but that one little taste of good that was in them, you held on to that good moment. That's just like, you notice when you've been in a relationship and you could have been with somebody who they done took you down through there. Okay, you will hold on to that one good moment that you have with that person and allow that one good moment over all the several different times that they've done bad towards you, and allow them back into your space off of that one little small moment that you experienced with them. Well, we have that bad, you know. And like, you know, we often will talk about stuff because there's been times I've talked about somebody to you that I still was just into, and you know, you have to bring up, well, remember the time that they did such and such to you, and then you'll get back into that space because it's like you notice when you're alone. That's when you have nothing but time on your hands to just really play, just sit back and play your life. You can press play, you can pause and rewind and fast forward it. But when you get to them sad moments of your life, you find yourself crying sometimes because there's been many times I've been in my bed at night and TV off. In my mind, you know, you done had them sleepless nights where your body's tired. You even close your eyes, but that mind is still going. And you appear, it's going so fast, and you appear maybe reflecting on something that you experienced in your past, whether it was ex or even a parent or a friend or strike, whatever took place. You would go back to that space or that in your life, whatever, and it's like it just happened. You, those emotions, everything that you felt then, it comes back. You know, and here you are crying. You know. Never got past it because it's back to that closet. You know, when you get to digging, you may go in there, okay, how many times it might have been some shoes that you was planning on wearing that day. And instead of you finding the shoes you look for, you find something that you even thought about. You ain't seen it so long. You forgot all about it. That's how we do in our lives. We sit there and we'll be looking at this particular thing that's going on presently in our lives or whatever, and you'll run across some of that you forgot all about.
And you know what else it does, since you're talking about that? You go in the closet to find a pair of shoes that you want to wear with your outfit. And then when you see something that you forgot about, it literally like change your whole perspective. You don't forget what you were looking for. Those emotions become like
be overwhelmed with
overwhelmed.
Yeah, you do.
You know, and so like, you know, I like to talk about the A word.
Abandonment.
Yeah, you know, I like to kind of put that as a cuss words in a sense.
Because it's the root of everything.
It's the root of everything. And so like we talk about the people we dated, and you talk about that glimmer of one thing, because like when you have not dealt with the abandonment issue, and like what we do with our own personal things is like we like to shelve it.
We do.
Put it behind closed doors because we feel like out of sight, out of mind. that means that you ain't got to deal with it. I mean, you good, you straight, you know.
Yeah.
And half the time you're not straight.
Exactly. That's how I used to do. Like, okay, you know, back in the day, and some people may still do it. You know, when you, like when it comes out of your car, like, say you could be in a relationship with somebody, or it could be your child or something. You know, you would put that picture right there on the dashboard, you know, so you can look at it every time you got in your vehicle. Remember, we used to do that. Okay, but I'm gonna take it to the relationship aspect. When everything was going good, you had a picture of you and your boo, or just your boo right there, so you can look at it every time. But when y'all broke up, the picture went down.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's how I would do even here at the house. Whatever. Like, it's been times I've been in relationships with people, and we had pictures together and stuff. When we go through a rough patch, the pictures come down. I'll be turned face down until they come through. You know what I'm saying? Then you try to run around and put them back up. Yeah. But you had them moments where you would forget sometimes, and they're like, okay, well, what's up with this? You done took my picture. Because I don't care what nobody say. Go over somebody's house that you done dealt with, and you know y'all had pictures up. It was pictures you up in a spot. And when you go there and the picture's down, it make you feel some type of way when they take it down.
It depends on the person. Mm-hmm. Some folks be like, you know what, I'm kind of glad you got rid of the picture.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about when you still invested in that person.
Yeah.
And then you go, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I never experienced that, so I don't know how that is.
Well, it's okay. So, I'm gonna tell you how it would feel. Okay, you know how you love your mother, right? Mm-hmm. She got pictures up of you, right?
Yeah.
So, say you went to your mother's house, and every picture that she ever had of you up, all of them were taken down. Mm-hmm. Are you being around somebody and they don't acknowledge you? Mm-hmm. Like you're nothing. So I'm giving you that feeling, how it feels.
I get it.
Not a good feeling.
I got it. I mean, you know, I'm saying I never experienced it. I'm not saying I don't understand how I feel. I never experienced it because most of my connections, we never, you know, took pictures like that. Yeah. Like, yeah. So it's more or less like, no, we was together, we dated.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So yeah, I never experienced it. I don't know how it feels to walk to somebody's house and take my picture on the wall. Yeah. You know, or this picture of us.
I mean, it's a good feel. It's like, it's like when you are in a relationship with somebody and you know, I ain't saying y'all live together, but y'all living separate. Mm-hmm. And you know, y'all have taken pictures, and you know, they think enough of you to have your picture up. That means everybody get to see, unless they slick and taking your picture down when you leave, because that can happen too. Yeah. You know, keep it 100. But let's just say that's not the case, and your picture's up every time, the same spot and everything, ain't nothing moved. Because the type of person I am, I'm gonna pay attention to what spot the picture was in, even how it was positioned. I'm very particular. You know,
you know, since you like that, man, you could never really like say we were dating, because I'll be switching stuff up. I might decide, you know, like you got a picture up on your wall with you as a little girl and you and your son and stuff like that. Well, you know, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, if I'm home chilling, like, you know, I want to reposition that, put it on another wall, and you might come in there and be like, why is it over there for? You know,
like I'm very particular. I can tell when my stuff has been moved and tampered with. Yeah, and it just like when it comes down whoever I'm dealing with. Yeah. The key word is if I got feelings for you, if I'm investing in you, I pay attention to your moles, birthmarks, and everything. Yeah. So you better say why. So if anybody ever come to me and said that they was kicking it with you, I'm gonna ask some questions. So they have a mole. Where is it located at? You know what I'm saying? No, because I mean, I want some bare proof that you done dealt with my person. You see what I'm saying? I pay attention to new marks, old marks, and everything. I'm that person.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I'm that person. If you got a birthmark on your right butt cheek. Yeah.
So you that person?
I'm that person.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not that person, but like, I noticed, like for me, I noticed possibly like I pay attention to behaviors, and I think that's the reason why I'm like people can't. It's hard for people to really to get over on me. No, it's you. Oh. my phone. Look, there's no life. Nobody's calling me.
It's just dry.
It's just dry. Yeah, it's just dry. But I we are people of habit, right?
Yes, we are.
You know what I'm saying? Or we are creatures of habit. And when people start moving differently, something else is...
you know something's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something else. When that person started talking about when they mention a certain name all the time that you ain't never heard, you might want to be cautious. When they cuss, you be like, who is such and such? Because I ain't never heard that person. And then they try to make some, yes, I told you about such and such, but they keep bringing the person name up over and over again. Yeah. It's some, if ain't nothing going on, it's getting ready to. It's an interest there.
It is.
It is.
I remember somebody broke with me. We gotta get back on topic. Yeah, I remember somebody broke with me, and we was in the car chilling, and they kept playing Jasmine Sullivan's song, "I'm in Love with Another Man." So I was like, I don't know what movie I seen this on. It was, cause me, you always, I'm
gonna tell you what it is. It was Temptation. Tyler Perry's Temptation. That's it. Remember when she was cheating on her husband? Yeah. So I believe it was that movie.
So you play "I'm in Love with Another Man," and so by the time you played, because we was in the car chilling, just talking, and you kept putting on repeat. It's like, oh, I just really love this song. Mm-hmm. I really just love this song.
They were sending subliminal messages.
And so by the time the song was 6 hours, I was like, hold up. I say, is that something you trying to tell me?
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you gaslighted me and said I'm being insecure. That's another thing too, because when you start asking questions about situations, they want to jealous. Why you feel this way and stuff like that. And it was literally the next day I got a phone call. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think it's best that we blah 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 blah
go our separate ways.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. This gonna sound real petty. It's gonna sound real petty. So you broke with me because you love another man, right? Mm-hmm. You're another man was dating somebody else, and then
you wanted her to come on back then.
No, it didn't go that way.
You said they was dating somebody else.
No, the person they left me for.
Well, people was talking to somebody else.
We're talking to somebody else. Yeah. Then was talking to one of my friends.
Oh, and that's how you found out.
That's how everything got found out. It was funny because I was 6
degrees of separation.
Fine, what? Yeah, I was really tripping. I'm like, oh, so you thought you loved me for something, and your something was messing with something else. Because the person that was messed with multiple people. Literally, by messing, I'm not talking about
pool.
Yeah. So it's like But anyway, get back. Abandonment. Abandonment. Yeah. So we talking about abandonment.
I'm over here getting triggered.
And your mind start going back.
It is going.
You got sometimes you have to close that door and just you know what? Let's put this back up on the lock and key because your emotions ain't completely healed with that.
Yeah. I realized it because gosh, they talk about women having intuition, but I feel like you men do too.
We do.
You may not can pinpoint because just like with me, when I'm in tune with somebody, I have dreams. Like I was in a relationship with somebody and they started moving differently because you notice everything that was so cute that they loved about you, now all of a sudden they complain about it now. Yeah. That's you know what I'm saying? Okay. That's a red flag.
You about to walk through the door. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, let's get triggered.
Take a deep breath.
I'm getting triggered. No. But what I'm saying is, God, for me, I can't speak for nobody else. I have dreams. Mm-hmm. I have dreams that I may not know who the person is and stuff. You dream about folks with dreads and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Only to find out it was truth in it. It was true. No, for real. All jokes aside,
I get it.
You see what I'm saying? No, you would be dreaming about a person, and then you appear to talk about it. They start laughing. Oh, you so crazy. It was just a dream. No, it wasn't just a dream because this is the Lord trying to tell me something about you.
You know, like when you, I feel like when you connect to people,
when you like, got a deep connection.
But like
with that
I just mentioned that earlier. You know,
yes.
I made a statement like I studied behavioral patterns.
Exactly.
Because everybody in this world, whether they're good people or bad people, everybody has habits.
Yes, they
everybody,
do.
you know, move in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start moving differently, you know, that's when you like, something ain't right. And you made a statement about like when things that was cute at one point in time,
they start complaining about it.
I thought you liked the way I rub your head to the back. I don't like the way you rub. I want you to rub to the front. Like, wait a minute, what's the purpose?
Yeah,
that may sound.
Yeah, spending time together like it was a point in time that y'all spent a lot of time together.
You like going to the parks, but now you don't like the parks.
Are y'all talking on the phone, then they complain about, they use their kids as an excuse that they need to spend more time with their children and all that type of mess. You know, when they still caught up in their ex-spouse.
Okay.
I'm not complaining. No, but I'm just saying.
No, you walking through that door. You walking through that door. So that means
I didn't call nobody's name out.
No, but you literally walking through the door. That means, you know, the thing is, since we talking, we're being honest and real about whatever. That shows you that there's things in our closet that we need to like.
I'm cleaning out my closet.
Y'all, my friend literally just walked through a door and just seen everything. She's not in her closet. She's in the whole room, but she's getting triggered. She's getting triggered.
I'm getting triggered.
Hands shaking and stuff.
Getting fidgety.
She's doing this.
Put the truth out there on front street, but like I do the whole time.
But you know, like you talking about going back to what I'm saying, abandonment, right? So the abandonment, you know, it bred with something else, created something else, and that something else bred with something. And
it manifested.
Yeah, so now everything is manifesting, you know, like you said.
Yeah.
And so here you are, you're dealing with all this type of stuff, and you try to put away in the closet to deal with it because out of sight, out of mind, like we talking about the other day. And then when you open up that closet because you're looking for a pair of shoes that you think go good with your fit, and then you turn around and realize there go that shirt that's hanging up. That we thought we put away, we'll never see it again. Like the other day, I talked about my closet packed up.
Right.
I moved in with my mom.
Yeah.
And I still haven't fully just like unpacked. And now I'm in the process of trying to find somewhere else to move to. Now I got to literally go through the stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no telling what else I might, you know, find. Right. You know, all of that. But part of that, the reason why you made mention in the beginning of the conversation, same shirt, different colors.
Yeah.
And like, it's never really about the shirt. It's never really about the different colors.
It's about something. That feel good. You feel like it's a good fit and you comfortable in it.
But it's not really good for us. I mean, just like, man, I feel comfortable in it, but got holes in it. You know, I feel comfortable then right here up on the arm, that's a rip in the seam, stuff like that. Yeah. And all the shirts got this problem. You know, and we can come down and connect it to relationships.
Exactly.
Everybody we dealt with has this problem. Now you got to look at it. You either can blame those that you dated, or you can take a look at yourself.
Yeah.
What made you deal with those people, and you know they wasn't good? So then, when you got to look at it, it wasn't just the Lisas of the world. No. It wasn't just the Toms of the world. You get what I'm saying?
Why I get the name Tom?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of the name. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's why you said Lisa and Tom. Do I like I would even date a Tom?
You like you date a Tchaikovsky or something?
No, but I'm just playing with you. No, but it's like
actually, that's a real that's my cousin's name, y'all. Tchaikovsky.
Oh my, okay.
Well, no, because his mom liked their Russian name, so she named him after a Russian composer. So
okay.
But yeah, you look like you date a slick. You like you date a pretty boy thug.
You know, I wasn't even into thugs.
Really?
That was never my type. You know what I'm saying? Although, you know, like I said, got my little street person in the past, you know, there was something stepping outside the box. And it was a turn on. It was exciting at the time. But that ain't my thing now. I like somebody with a little edge to them, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I said. I
like a little edge.
That's my definition of pretty boy thug.
Yeah,
not street, not completely street.
I like somebody who hold a job down,
not
and
completely
stuff,
hood.
But
every once in a while,
you can see it's a little mixture. Hey, you getting kind of ratchet at times.
You like a little ratchet.
I like a little ratchet.
I'm so glad you finally got an honest.
I like a little ratchet. Yeah. But what was I going to say?
I made a statement like what.
I know.
You can't blame people.
I know. This all goes back to a previous podcast. Sometimes back when I was talking about how the past, how they would say you are what you attract, and I never could understand it. I had touched on it, how you can deal with people who are on drugs and don't have a job down, totally opposite of you, and you look at it, well, how is that? And I brought up the word broken.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like you deal with those type of people, because there's some brokenness in there. Because they too are broken. It's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Different manifestation of their brokenness.
That's what that is. That's why.
And so that means you have to take accountability
really for your own actions, because it ain't all on one person. Both parties plays a part in it. You
allowed that person. Yeah.
But it all goes back to this too. You got to get to a point in your life where you know your worth.
Yeah.
You got to get to a point in your life where you love yourself. You know, and like I said, you're going to have people, because like sometimes you run into people and they talk down up on you, and if a person tell you stuff, or if you tell yourself something, you start to believe it after a certain point, and then when somebody tears you down and strip away who you are, then you settle for certain situations. You let people run through you and over you.
And in you.
And I said through you. Catch it.
That was slow moment. Slow moment.
Okay, come on back. Big word time, Google.
All right, Jake, I'm gonna get your mom.
No, but seriously, you have to get to that point, where you get sick and tired. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's not, because
good process.
Yeah, it's a process. And it's no certain time frame of when you're going to get to that point. Mm-hmm. Because, it all go back to the healing. We talk about healing. And, when you touched on about the different type of surgeries and different type of cuts, some cuts you can get a cut and it heals up just like that. And in others, it takes time. It may take months or even years for you to just get back right, But at a certain point in time, you have to love yourself, because how do you expect somebody to love you if you don't love you?
That's true.
How do you expect somebody to deal with you when you can't deal with yourself?
This is where I'm finding out, because I made mention on last podcast that I'm ready to date, I'm ready to settle down.
Right.
And it's not because I'm getting older. That has nothing to do with it. I feel like that I have matured to a certain point.
Yeah.
But I want to say this, you have to be a whole person to attract whole people.
You do.
So, I dealt with enough brokenness. For example, I will always talk about what made me choose certain people. Just the other day, and I may mention in this podcast, I have a savior's complex.
Yeah.
And part of that came from my childhood. And what I always say about my childhood, the reason why that I always try to rescue, especially women with children.
Right, it's because of your background.
Because my background, I seen my mom struggle after her and my father separated. Now I didn't understand, the complexities of adult relationships like I do now. But subconsciously, when I see a woman struggling, she got kids, immediately I'm gonna come in like, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm there for you. I'm supporting you. I'm undergirding you.
Right.
And that came from a broken place in my life.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why. So when it comes down to relationships, when I realize, hey, Felicia's not good for me.
Yeah.
But at least I have somebody, because then it goes back to my abandonment issues where my dad, I felt like he left, because he wasn't home. You know what I'm saying? Even though he showed up every morning, make sure we got ate breakfast, whatever. He was there until we fell asleep. But because of who I was as a young man, I always found myself going to my parents' room, and I was touched the side of the bed my daddy was there, laid at.
Yeah.
And so I knew he wasn't there. So there goes that abandonment issue, know. So what I do, I try to hold on to things because I'm like, man, at least I got somebody. Yeah. At least I got something.
Yeah.
And that goes back to like you was talking the other night, having some item you need to throw away. At least I got something.
Exactly.
Because at one point in time I didn't have this.
Exactly.
And so even though you have better things that's trying to come your way, but you got this, you don't have nowhere to put the good stuff.
No, you don't.
And then you become a hoarder. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It starts with the closet.
Yes, it did. Then go to other rooms.
Then go to other rooms.
You run out of space.
You run out of space.
Because you've seen them, the show about hoarders that used to come on.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole house, would be cluttered. You've seen people just that bad off where you could even maneuver. I mean, they got dead cats, rats, everything. Is stinking. No, I mean it was.
I know because I'll be seeing you like,
and you be amazed. I mean, stuff piled up to the ceiling. Like, how did it get to this point? How are you able to even stay in here?
And the funny part about the stuff they got is usable, but it doesn't really do anything for the space they're in.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And the thing of it is, it does nothing for them. Like that could be a blessing to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like. And that's what we do. And that's the reason why, I think I mentioned the other night, when it comes down to old relationships and connectivities. Yeah. Like, I'm learning to say, go your way. Because you might be good for somebody else.
Yeah, just ain't good for me.
Yeah, just ain't good for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I said where I'm at in my life right now, I had to go and clean my closet out. It ain't fully cleaned out yet.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep it 100. It's not fully clean, but where I used to be, it's some things that I used to settle for that I refuse to settle for right now because, you up here, it didn't matter, like you said, if they didn't keep a job or they did certain things, where it was the fact that they were yours in the moment. You was glad to say that you had somebody.
I look.
You know what? I'm okay with being by myself. Yeah. I'm okay with being by myself.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I pay bills. What I mean by pay bills, I pay other people rent, utilities.
I've done the same thing.
And the funny part about it, you live in a house where there's multiple people there. This is the foolish part about it.
Yeah.
Here I was struggling.
Yeah.
But because I was so in love with, and trying to hold on to something.
You busted your butt and you made it happen. And you put yourself last. You probably went without.
I lost my apartment. You remember that?
I remember that you went through a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like, in your case, and I'll even say with mine too, but you find yourself, when you're alone, you do so much better sometimes. But for real, because like you will have goals set for yourself. And then you get with somebody, especially if that person ain't somebody that's willing to pull with you, you will find yourself, okay, you done put your stuff to the side to help try to bring them where you are.
But you know what I do that with? I have done it not just with that. Yeah. I've done it with everything.
Yeah. I know you have. No, but you'll find yourself, like I said, you'll bring them up, and then they up here that went further ahead. You all the way back here because you was too busy to try to get them to a certain place in their life. But like so where I'm at right now, hey, don't get wrong, would I love to be married one day? Yes. Yep. Would I love to have somebody that's gonna pull me and have my back? Yes. But if you're gonna be a hindrance in my life, if you're gonna constantly sleep around with other people, or if you're gonna have it in for me, you're gonna be jealous, then baby, I'll be by myself. I'm sorry. No, I'm okay because you have to go through a point in your life where you can be okay with being by yourself.
I get it. I get it. I always talk about this analogy. I remember, and I don't remember their names, but I remember, growing up around older people, right? So I always say Mr. John and Miss Sally.
Yeah, that's
right.
Common names.
So Mr. John, Miss Sally, they were friends. Right? So I didn't know. So I'm like, Mr. John, you see him, you go to Miss Sally's house, they have coffee together, they sit on the porch, they looking at, looking at the kids play, and they waving every car passing by. Whatever. You see them at Walmart, you see them at the other grocery stores and stuff like that. But Mr. John and Miss Sally, at the end of the day, they always went back to their separate places. You know what I'm saying? They would take trips together. When you ask Mr. John, say, hey, Miss Sally, your girlfriend? No, that ain't my girlfriend. She's just a friend. You ask MissAlly, hey, Mr. John, your girlfriend? No, Mr. John ain't my girlfriend. My boyfriend.
Oh, look. I don't know. These days, he could be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
These days.
You get what I'm saying?
I know.
Miss Sally said, no, Mr. John ain't my boyfriend. He's just my friend.
Get your pronouns together.
Look, these days of time, you try to.
That's why I was trying to be fun, because Mr. John may be Miss Johnny. You don't know.
But yeah, true.
Hey.
The thing of it is like you was talking about, you good being alone. Like a lot of time when people get to that mindset, it's kind of like, I have a friend. Me and my friend, we do things together, but after a while, we go our separate ways. We don't put no title on this connectivity at all, because I don't have time for, dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I get it. At first, I didn't understand, like, why Mr. John and Miss Sally will never just make the relationship, put a name on it. It's because even though they've been here for 80 years, some of them have experienced, like, so much. They want somebody there.
Yeah.
But they good where they are because they ain't got time to mess up their peace.
You know what? Something I've always said to you. I said, it seemed like my unspoken lasts longer than my spoken.
We always said that. We always. As soon as you put a label on that joke,
you start having problems.
And
then it's over with.
I
think that's why a lot of people, how you was raised about shacking. Has a sin of shack, and might as well go and get married. But a lot of people they'll sit there and go be backwards with it. They'll go ahead and have the kids, move in together, be together for 20-30 years. Look, even buy a house, I ain't got married, and it go either or. When they pass away, you just such a special friend. You don't get no benefits unless they had a will out to say that gonna get something,
or they get married. By the time the kids about 45, 50.
Yeah, and then they finna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they that's pretty much how they go. But it's like, you will sit there and I think I lost my train of thought.
Hey, wait. So when I do that, I get a text message. It'll be like, oh, so you get old, right?
So I'm getting old.
That's that old. That foggy thought like.
It's a fog.
You gotta close your eyes and get the blanket the other one.
See, I was trying to go somewhere.
You know what?
Just if you talk, it's like double dutch. If you talk, if you get to turn that rope and stuff, I'll find the right time to jump on back.
You jumped in and got stuck in that rope.
I guess my foot, I done fell back. I'm slew footed. My feet done got wrapped around that darn rope and stuff, and now I done fell backwards. So hit me in the face.
Good thing we clean out our closets. We still young enough.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
All right, go ahead, finish it.
I was just gonna say, notice it seemed like when you sit there and shack, it's been all them years with a person, it seems like it lasts a long time. But as soon as you say I do in those situations, it seems like you said, either somebody die, they end up breaking up. You be like, okay, what's up with that? But I think it's the idea of maybe it's pressure. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got a contract, like obligation, because it's like, I guess maybe if you don't have that paper, then you feel like, okay, you still got some sense of freedom or something.
30,
and it's
what get me is like 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't woke up to a morning breath. That's a possibility.
You body done changed in 30 years.
Stains in each other underwear. The person on threw up. I mean, let's be honest. You don't walk in the bathroom with them doing number 2, 30 years, and then all of a sudden then you all of a sudden like, I don't want to be married no more. I'm for divorce.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
You don't see me blew up. You don't see me slim down.
Exactly.
You don't see me angry. Like,
you done seen teeth come out the mouth. You done seen everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you go through physical changes the older you get. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
I know.
I told this particular person that I was liking years ago, and I told this person, I said, look, cause the whole conversation about marriage came up, and we was talking about wedding and stuff like that, and I was talking about I'm about to say something that was totally irrelevant to what I was saying, but what I was gonna say is this right here. I said, if I get married and you want a divorce, I ain't going nowhere. Because at this stage, if we've been married X amount of years, we got a home, we got all this type of stuff. I'm not doing this. I'm going, you better go to the room up the hall.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And if you decide to date, just don't bring the person to our house. And that's me, because I don't have to, because divorce is ugly. Then you have property, you got business, you got separate all that stuff.
Very upset about that.
It'll just be best, Cindy Lou.
Baby, that's why you have your darn prenup. I'm all for a prenup. I don't mean no harm, teach his own. I feel like if you love me like you say,
comes with contingents, and that's nothing is.
Darnell. What did I used to say? I used to say, if I got married, how did I say that setup would be in the past?
I don't forget.
It's just like how my father set up his. We lived separately. That's what was so funny to me, because I used to sit there and say that. I was like, well, you know what, I can man shoot. I can stay at my place, they can stay at their place. We just spend the night. And then my daddy got married.
It worked.
He got married, and that's what was so funny, because the fact that I used to say it, and then here he got married, and they living separate. And they spend the night.
It works, don't it?
That's what I was like, maybe that's where that mess came from, then, or whatever. Because I know my mom, when we talked, she was like, she wouldn't want no setup like that, no arrangement like that. But I guess, and part of me was playing at the time when I said that, but think about it. If you ain't got to a particular point in your life.
Once again, I get it.
Yeah. I get it. Because like you said, how it can get so nasty. Think about it, because I would be very pissed to get married to you, and we got this beautiful home together. Now, before we got married, we done scuffled and everything to try to get this place. Our baby.
That's my point.
Oh God,
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
I'm thinking about that, but then on the dating side, if I dated you and found out that you and your ex still live together, and I can't come over, I wouldn't want to come over there, no. but I'm just saying, that's gonna cause a problem too. Think about it, because the first thing gonna come in your mind is you still sleeping with that person, and although that may not even be the case, but we just gonna be honest about it.
I mean, we know that's how people look at it. That's how
people look at it. Okay,
but but also you gotta look at the day and time we live in now, because folk were doing stuff then.
Yeah,
and it was more secretive, and
but it's just out.
But now things are more out.
It's more acceptable now.
Yeah, so they be like, well, she's mine. You made it, had them once,
but I got them all the time.
I put a female version to it.
Yep.
I mean, female pronoun. But
yeah,
the thing of it is, like, I don't know. Like, I just said that because I don't have time to be building a relationship after I did the work to be in a relationship, and then all of a sudden we divorce, and then somebody else going to enjoy the fruits of my labor. The devil is a liar.
See, that's why I said
the devil is a liar.
So you sound like me when it come down to death. Now, the Lord's still working on me, and maybe by the time I get out of here, He been done up and got me where I need to be. But I used to say, if I got married and I died, don't move nobody in my house. I will hunt you. I'll bring you with me.
For me, y'all. Now that's her. Now, if I leave here, have at it. That's all I got to say.
Like,
have it, because, and the reason why I say that is because I was always reminded as a kid Now, I guess you was the only child, so you didn't have to share.
I didn't
so
have
that may
to
be
share.
a difference. So I had to share. I had to be reminded that nothing on this earth is permanently mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to a person, that goes to
place and thing.
Yeah. So because I'm letting you know now, if I ain't feel that deep in love with nobody where I can say I don't want nobody else. But just in case that I did fall in love, got married, and you just so happen to pass away, trust and believe there might be somebody in the house a year and a half later. It is what it is.
So they're one side of stuff.
Look. So, and I'm gonna say this:
yeah,
if me and you was married, and you decide you want to come and hunt the house,
I'm gonna run them out.
That's okay, because I'm gonna tell them. I said, look, don't worry about that. If the cabinets come over, don't worry about that.
Ain't nobody get no rest out. That's gonna be close.
So I'm gonna tell you right now. So every night, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take us some NyQuil. We're gonna go sleep and have a good night's sleep. Okay?
No, you won't.
Yeah,
I'll make sure you don't.
A lie.
Boo.
My new bag gonna be like, Felicia, go back to where you come from. That's how you handle that. Because I'm not going to see it.
I'll be like that dude who up here be selling the answer. I'm like, good morning. Good morning.
And look, I wake up and say thank you because we need to get up because we go to work anyway.
Look, she's touching me. Like, good morning.
This was a lighthearted conversation about cleaning out the closet. A very light conversation about cleaning out the closet. And which was something that we needed because life has been life.
Yeah. Yes, it has.
So we want to encourage you to really open up your closet doors.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, maybe some of y'all got rooms.
Go
through
the whole house.
Go through and go through the stuff
Mm-hmm.
and realize what you need to keep, because you can't not bring new things in and you still holding on to old things.
Yeah, you got clutter.
Clutter.
You got to declutter.
Yeah, you got to declutter.
Yeah, make room for something new, something better.
Yeah.
Something present.
Something present.
And
something
let go
modern.
of the past. Yeah, something modern.
Modern.
Look, come on with the times.
Come on with the times. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Whether it's man, woman, even family, because sometimes family
your
can
family.
be,
You hold on to.
Yeah, you gotta let them go sometimes.
Because just because blood run through your veins and stuff don't mean you up here have to be hand in hand either with them. You say hello and keep it moving, because sometimes your family will bring you down.
Absolutely,
they will bring you down. Hey, you got to put you first. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish and put you first.
Absolutely,
because your own family members be jealous of you.
What you said?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation.
It is for another day.
But listen, we love you guys, and it's time for us to dip out.
Okay.
We'll see you next week at the same time. Peace and out.